You may have some units that are less familiar. So these are some that any involving snarf I made up, but the other two are actually about right. Point being that we can give you some really funky looking numbers, but we can still give you questions that involve these. So I could ask you something like, it's very silly, but realize that we're still going to use some of the same principles we've used before. So we are going to take a look at wherever this number is, 144 chocolate covered raisins. This is my given. This is what I want. This is my end unit. So how am I going to get from point A to point B? So the first question is, do I have something that can just go from the raisin to the bazole? And the answer is no. But I can go from raisins to a handful. I can go from a handful to a snarf. And I can go from a snarf to a bazole. So this is going to take a couple of steps, so we can still do this. So I'm going to start with my given number. So then I want my raisins to cancel. Then for every 26 raisins, I have one handful. 5 handfuls will give me one snarf. And again, I still want whatever I want to cancel. So if I was to stop right now, my raisins would cancel with raisins, my handfuls would cancel with handfuls, I'd be left with snarfs. I don't want snarfs, so I gotta make my snarfs cancel. So 5.9 times 10 to the 12 snarfs are equal to 1 bazole. So now I can go ahead and plug everything in. So everything except the 144 is on the bottom, so I'm going to be dividing everything. Divided by 26, divided by 5, divided by 5.9, second EE, 12. And realize that if you're not using the EE button, you'll probably have to have a lot of parentheses involved. So that's going to give me 1.87, actually 1.88 times 10 to the negative 13. What am I left with? Bazole. So I know it looks strange, but realize that no matter what unit it is, you're still going to find your given, whatever that is. So whatever has a number attached to it, you're still going to look for the unit that you want, whatever your end goal is, and find a way to get there. So you'll notice that in all of this, I had this pizza thing that I never used. So I needed the raisins and the handfuls and the snarfs and the bazole, but I never actually used this first line. So realize that we can also give you too much information that you may or may not need.